Welcome to the Parsha Perspective. Each week, we will delve deep in a weekly Torah portion to find a practical and insightful way to enhance your daily life. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Rabbi Shalom Yamini, and each week we will look into the weekly Torah portion to find practical and insightful ways to enhance your daily life. This week's Parsha Perspective is in honor of the Refuah Shlema, the complete and speedy recovery of HaRav Amitai ben Shoshanna and Shaul ben Berta. This week's Parsha Perspective is in loving memory of Edward Ben Efraim, Shlomo Ben Edward, and Yirachmiel Daniel Ben Gedalia. May their souls be uplifted and may their memories be a blessing. This week's Torah portion is Parshas Terumah, You Are Worthy. Our Parsha begins with Hashem telling Moshe Rabbeinu to solicit donations from the Jewish people to construct the Mishkan, a sanctuary for God. They were told to donate precious stones, gold, silver, and copper, special red, blue, and purple wool, special linen, animal skins, and atzei shittim, acacia wood. On the summit of Har Sinai, Hashem gave Moshe the exact instructions on how the Mishkan was to be built. It was made to be readily disassembled and transportable to accompany the Jewish nation throughout their 40-year journey in the desert. And the second half of this week's Parsha and the following few Torah portions will go through the exact design and construction of the Mishkan, which takes up the last third of the book of Shemais. However, a question comes to mind. The first keli, the first vessel of the Mishkan that Hashem instructed Moshe to construct, was the most sacred of all, the holy Ark of the Covenant, the Aron Hakodesh. And aside from the wooden box made of atzei shittim, acacia wood, in between the two gold boxes, the Aron was made almost entirely out of gold. As the pasuk details, "Va'asu Aron atzei shittim amasayim v'chetzi arkoi v'ama v'chetzi rachboi v'ama v'chetzi kamasai." And they should make an ark of acacia wood, 2.5 cubits long, 1.5 cubits wide, and 1.5 cubits high. V'tzipitza oisai zav tar mibaysu michutz titzapenu v'asisa olav zeir zav saviv, and overlay with pure gold, overlaid on the inside and out to make a gold molding like a crown on top. But why did Hashem instruct Moshe to insert a wooden box of acacia wood in between the gold of the Aron? Many other of the Mishkan's vessels were made entirely out of gold, like the menorah, which was carved out of a single block of gold. What was the purpose of the atzei shittim, the acacia wood, in the Aron Hakodesh, the Ark of the Covenant? The Chizkuni on this pasuk, the famous French rabbi Rav Chizkiah ben Mano, gives a simple answer. He writes that if the Aron, the holy Ark of the Covenant, was built entirely out of gold, it would be just too heavy to carry. While many of the Mishkan's vessels were transported on wagons, the Aron, along with a few others, were taken on the shoulders of the Kahas family. And therefore Hashem instructed Moshe that the Aron was meant to be built lighter to make it easier on their shoulders. We see a similar idea by another vessel that was carried, which was called the Mizbeach HaZav, the golden altar. And it was used for the Keteris, the incense offering. And as the name implies, it was made completely out of gold, and yet it was hollowed out and filled with earth to make it easier to carry on the shoulders of the Kahas family. But that being said, according to most opinions, the Aron held itself rather than actually be carried. And this would explain how only 4 people can carry up to 78,000 pounds, which according to some opinions was exactly how much the Aron weighed. However, the Rabbeinu B'Chaya of Bachi ben Asher, a famous Spanish commentary, gives a deeper and more profound explanation. He quotes the Talmud in Yuma, that the gold on the outside and the gold on the inside of the Aron Hakodesh represents what Torah scholars are meant to be like. They are not only supposed to be brilliant, wise, and intelligent, but also pure and holy on the inside as they display to the outside world. The Talmud has very harsh words for those who show one way and feel the opposite in their hearts and in their minds. The Rabbeinu B'Chaya explains that the atzei shittim, the acacia wood, between the gold symbolizes that every person can acquire a profound level of Torah knowledge. Just as wood comes from the ground and is obtainable, we can become great Torah scholars if we work hard enough. We can grow and become a pillar of Torah whose inner purity inspires others to do the same. To be a holy Ark of the Covenant, an Aron Hakodesh, a person whose eternal holiness awakens the yearning and thirsty soul of our fellow Jew. In our daily lives and on the road to success, we may encounter the dreaded imposter syndrome. It is the feeling that we are not worthy of our accomplishments and our achievements that we work so hard to obtain. And besides the depression and roller coaster of emotions, the worst side effect of all is the actual loss of our hard work. For many stop growing and take their eye off the ball, losing hard-fought successes. Aaron, the high priest, the Kohen Gadol, and King David HaMelech suffered from these feelings before they realized that they are worthy of such holiness and responsibility, for they were uniquely positioned to impact the world in an unparalleled manner. Aaron with the priesthood, with the kahuna, and David with the malchus, with the kingship. The first step in overcoming our imposter syndrome is recognizing that we are placed on this earth for a unique and singular purpose that no other can accomplish. And our influence and effect over our family, our friends, and the society at large directly correlates with our soul, the one-of-one part of God within our hearts. There's a powerful quote by Rabbi Lord Jonathan Sacks of blessed memory. Life lives in the tension between our physical smallness and our spiritual greatness. Life is short, but when we lift up our eyes to the heaven, we walk tall. Have a meaningful Shabbos and a joyous Adar. Thank you for tuning in to the Parsha Perspective. Check out our website, theparshaperspective.com. Send thoughts and comments to theparshaperspective@gmail.com. Till next time, thanks for listening.